Many of us have those stubborn pounds that seem impossible to lose, no matter how good we eat or how hard we work out. My solution is PlushCare. PlushCare is a leading telehealth provider with doctors who are there for you day and night to partner with you in your weight loss journey. They can prescribe FDA-approved weight loss medications like Wegovy and Zepbound for those who qualify. Plus, they accept most insurance plans. To get started, visit plushcare.com/weightloss. That's plushcare.com/weightloss.
On today's Smart 7, infected blood inquiry leads to day of shame. ICC to seek warrant for arrest of Netanyahu and lots more. It's Tuesday, 21st of May. It's Meditation Day and happy birthday, Tom Daly.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
The inquiry into the infected blood scandal finally published its report on Monday. It reviewed 50 years of NHS decision-making around blood products and found that safety had not been paramount and that patients were exposed to unacceptable risks. At least 3,000 people have died as a result of infected blood products and 30,000 people were affected in total. Sir Brian Langstaff, the chair of the inquiry, said the scale of the issue and the slow response from government was horrifying.
People put their trust in doctors and the government to keep them safe, and that trust was betrayed. And then the government compounded the agony by telling them that nothing wrong had been done.
He was heavily critical of the prolonged cover-up of the scandal, saying that this disaster was not an accident. Clive Smith of the Haemophilia Society says that having the details finally uncovered will be a huge relief for victims.
They've had to bang government's door for decades to say, you need to have an inquiry, you need to uncover all this wrongdoing. And finally today, Sir Brian Langstaff shone a light on one of the darkest chapters in this nation's history. And so for many people, it's vindication, it's pain and regret. Some people in there today have found it too difficult to read.
Speaking in the Commons, Prime Minister Rishi Sunak offered a wholehearted and unequivocal apology to victims and their families as he described the scandal as a decades-long failure that led to a day of shame for the British state.
Mr. Speaker, today is a day for the victims and their families, to hear the full truth acknowledged by all, and, in the full presence of that truth, to remember the many, many lost loved ones.
It's expected that the government will make a compensation fund available to victims and their families, with the amount expected to be around £10 billion. Chair of the inquiry, Sir Brian Langstaff, in an unusual move, has made it clear that he views the inquiry as still active until the government acts upon his recommendations. Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer recognised that the scandal spanned multiple governments and that it was an institutional failure.
To every single person who has suffered, that in addition to all of the other failings, politics itself failed you. That failure applies to all parties, including my own. There is only one word: sorry.
The chief prosecutor of the International Criminal Court, Karim Khan, announced on Monday that he is intending to apply for arrest warrants for both Hamas and Israeli officials. There had been rumours circulating that warrants for war crimes and crimes against humanity were a possibility, but the speed at which the prosecutor moved took many by surprise. He's seeking warrants for 3 top Hamas officials, including Yahya Sinwar and Mohammed Deif, and also for Israeli Defence Minister Yoav Gallant and Prime Minister Netanyahu. The move attracted condemnation from US President Joe Biden, who described it as outrageous, while Secretary of State Anthony Blinken says the US fundamentally rejects the move. The UK's Foreign Office also opposed the proposed warrants and questioned whether the ICC has jurisdiction, but Prosecutor Khan was clear in his intentions.
My office charges Netanyahu and Gallant as co-perpetrators and as superiors in the commission of these alleged crimes. Israel, like all states, has the right to defend its population. It has every right to ensure the return of hostages that have been criminally and callously taken. Those rights, however, do not absolve Israel of its obligations to comply with international humanitarian law.
Former WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange had some good news on Monday in his lengthy legal battle with the United States. He's been in Belmarsh prison awaiting extradition on espionage charges for the release of confidential US military documents through the WikiLeaks website. He's not in great health, and there's been a concerted campaign to save him from being extradited to the US, with the court seeking assurances from the US that he wouldn't face the death penalty for espionage. A ruling on Monday on freedom of expression grounds and his nationality will now see the UK courts hear a new appeal on the extradition. The current editor-in-chief of WikiLeaks, Kristin Hrafnsson, is hopeful that the new appeal might see Joe Biden instruct his Justice Department to drop the case.
It took a couple of hours, but the judges did came to the just and the right conclusion. Julian Assange has now the right to appeal.
Still to come on the Smart 7. The summer of sport is on its way and Kevin Costner wants a word right after this.
In the market for investment-worthy bags, watches, and fine jewelry, Rebag is the answer. Rebag is a luxury resale platform where each piece is carefully inspected by experts to ensure quality and authenticity. Use Rebag to buy and sell finds from the world's top brands, including Louis Vuitton, Chanel, and Cartier. Head to Rebag.com and get up to 15% off your first purchase as a member with code REBAGNEW. Shop today at Rebag.com. That's REBAG.com. And use promo code REBAGNEW for up to 15% off your first purchase as a member.
Welcome back.
Now that the Premier League has wrapped up, there's an amazing summer of sport ahead. This weekend sees the FA Cup final between Manchester United and Man City, and the Euros are due to kick off in Munich on the 14th of June. After that, it's on to the Olympics, which start on July 26th in Paris, immediately followed by the Paralympics from August 28th. Channel 4 has once again got the rights to the Paralympic Games, and they've already started the countdown, with former Paralympian gold medalist Ellie Simmonds raring to go for this summer's event.
It's 100 days to go to the Paris Paralympics. I cannot wait to cheer on my teammates and the whole of Paralympics GP and see them smash it at this Paralympics.
There was good news for fans of modern Western series Yellowstone on Monday. They've finally started filming the last 6 episodes. There's still no word on whether Kevin Costner is returning. In fact, he's been pretty busy in Cannes promoting his own Western called Horizon: An American Saga. It's the first of 4 movies, and it turns out Kevin has had to finance them himself, and he estimates he's put $38 million of his own money into the first 2. So while he's probably avoiding the reviews for the first one, which haven't been great, he's also been busy with a unique financing plan.
I have made the second one, and now I'm trying to make the third one, and I've knocked on every boat in Cannes to help me. They, come, we'll have a picture. I said, no, come get your checkbook out. I want to see.
There's a new horror movie on the way, and it looks pretty dark. It's called Longlegs, and it's written and directed by horror veteran Osgood Perkins, whose dad was in the original Psycho movie. This story follows Micah Monroe, who plays a new FBI agent assigned to track down an unsolved case involving a serial killer. Nicolas Cage plays the extremely creepy killer, and the trailer is scary on its own. It's due to hit cinemas in July.
Is it scary being a lady FBI agent?
Yeah. The letter was left with the bodies. Signed with one word.
What aren't you telling me?
He'll kill. And kill again.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.
When it comes to teaching kids and teens about money, practice makes perfect. That's where Greenlight comes in. With a debit card and money app of their own, kids learn to earn, save, spend wisely, and invest. Parents send instant money transfers, create custom chores, and automate allowance, while kids track their spending, set savings goals, and practice money skills they can use today and for life. Get 1 month free when you sign up at greenlight.com/podcast.